Hello everyone, I'm Elaine Kitchel, and today I'm going to give you a brief overview of Phonics. Phonics is a new program from APH, and the first thing that a teacher would want to do is to open the student manager. In the student manager, you can type in the name of a student. In this case, we have our default student, and the first lesson is rhyming, so we're going to have our default student, who we'll call Larry, start with lesson number 1.
Hello, children. My name is Miss Lindsay, and I'm your helper for the Phonics games. I'm very happy to be playing Phonics with you. I'm going to start by reading you a poem. Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Now say the rhyme with me. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Lesson 1, rhyming.
Now you can see that the first 4 lessons here are presented to us by Miss Lindsay. She's our virtual teacher for the first 4 lessons, and that's because there's really nothing for the student to do except listen and repeat words after Miss Lindsay, because what we're doing is preparing children to understand the sounds that letters make. And before we can present the symbols to them, as for example, the B sound is represented by the letter B, we have to have the children start thinking about the actual sounds that they're saying. So Miss Lindsay walks the children through that. Once for the first 4 lessons are under their belts, the children can go
Lesson 1,
to
rhyming.
Let's go to lesson 5.
Initial consonant, M.
So this tells us what we're going to be studying.
Rev up your engines, boys and girls. It's time to learn about a very special letter. The name of this letter is M. The letter M stands for this sound, Press enter to learn more.
Now the student is able to follow the directions and press enter. And we're going to have a whole lesson here about
Look
the
at
letter
the letter
M.
M next to the picture of the mop. Say the name of this letter with me. M.
M.
Now look at the picture of the mop. Say mop with me.
Mop.
Mop. The letter M stands for the sound you hear at the beginning of mop. Mop. Say the letter sound with me. Mop begins with the sound. Press enter. Look at each picture and listen to the picture names. Man, dog, sun. Say the picture names with me. Man,
dog,
sun.
sun.
Which picture name begins with the same sound as mop? Use your mouse to click on the picture that begins as mop does.
Oh, now I'm going to
Sun,
click on the wrong
dog.
picture.
Oops. Try again. Say the picture names with me. Man, dog, sun.
Sun.
Use your mouse to click on the picture that begins as mop does. Man. Man. Yes, man begins as mop does. The letter M stands for the sound at the beginning of both words. Man begins with the sound, just as mop begins with the sound. Press enter.
Now what you can see here is that the student, even the blind student, can match the pictures, because when you mouse...
Yes, man begins as lesson 1, rhyming.
When you mouse over each picture, it announces the name of the picture. This is a feature that can be turned off for students who don't need that feature, who can actually look at the pictures and see what they are. Now these pictures are very, very simple. They're designed for students with low vision. They're very simple, they're high contrast, and they're in bright primary colors. So we have done our best to make them as contrasty and visible as possible. for the student who really, really needs that. But for the student who can't see those, it's still possible to go through TurboPhonics and to learn the concepts.
Lesson 1.
Rhyming. Let's go to a more complicated. Let's go to
Lesson
word families.
9. Word families with vowel A. Hello, boys and girls. You already know that the name of this letter is A, and the sound that A stands for is A, as in the beginning of ant. Well, it's time to spin your wheels a little faster and learn something new today. We're going to learn about families of words that have the A sound in the middle. Buckle up and press Enter to learn more. Look at the letter next to the letter A. You learned that the name of this letter is P, and the sound that P stands for is P, as at the beginning of the word pig. Press Enter. Let's put the letters A and P together and read what sound is made. Listen. A, P, ap. Now look at your screen and read what you see with me. App.
App.
Press Enter. Look at the left side of your screen. You've learned about all the letters in this word. Look at the letter at the beginning of this word. The name of this letter is M. M stands for the M sound. Now, look at the letter in the middle of the word. The name of this lesson 1. Rhyming.
So you can see by this that the student is taken through all the letters in the alphabet and the vowel combinations that go with certain letters in order to make simple words. There are 26 lessons in all, and the students in our field test really enjoyed doing these lessons and wanted to do them over and over again. Now I'd like to show you the student manager. The student manager is a way for the teacher to keep track of the students and the progress that they're making. So let's say that I've got a student named Larry, and I'm going to add his name to the student list, and I'm going to start him out with rhyming. The first lesson. Well, this will keep track of Larry and all the lessons that he's done, and it will also keep track of the scores that he makes on the lessons. It will tell us which exercises he fell down in. Let's say that he never did catch on to the word family app, and so he needs continued study in that, so that the teacher can then either make some more exercises for Larry, or she can have him repeat the lesson. There's also a check for updates, so that if we update this program or add something to it, you can download that easily by clicking on check for updates. There's also a help menu in here. There's also a grade book, and I'll check on that and see we have the grade file for student number 2, Larry. And if Larry had taken all the lessons, this would show his scores for all those lessons. We hope that you and your students will enjoy TurboPhonics. We have a teacher's manual that goes through all the lessons and shows you written down exactly what's being said in the program through each lesson, in case you don't want to actually sit and listen to the entire lessons, which do take a little while. You can read them in the teacher's manual. We also have a student workbook, which there's an activity for each lesson that the student can complete at his desk that gives a little more exercise with what he or she has learned through the use of TurboPhonics. You will hear some engine sounds and some racing sounds in the background, and that's because we wanted to keep it fun for the students and keep them engaged. And the students really do like the car sounds, we found out, especially the spinning wheels sound, or the screeching wheels, I should say. So enjoy TurboPhonics with your students. It does set you a little bit free to do something else while your students are working on TurboPhonics, and it does help them get a fast and easy grasp of beginning phonics. Thank you very much.